Welcome back to Jess Woodley Blended. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Tom.
And it's Sunday.
Another Sunday.
It always seems like us, during the summer times, we'll be more like, let's keep going. Mm-hmm. But it's hard sometimes to get into the podcast
I hear you.
every Sunday.
I hear you.
Sometimes.
Yeah, without normal routine.
Yeah.
It's easier to get out of all routines. Yeah.
Because, I don't know. Because this is another skipped week we did last week, right?
That's true.
We had people
in town. That's right. We both had relatives in town. I had my cousins. You had your sister.
I had my sister and my nieces, my nieces were there, and so that was kind of cool. Which is nice. I don't get to see them.
Stuff. It was. I mean, it's okay to skip a week here and there.
It's nice to see family that you don't see like a lot.
Yeah,
I don't get to see my sister a whole lot. So
right.
But then it just makes me think like, I need to see her more. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I don't know why. But like Seattle, 3-hour drive. Ugh.
Well, it's like you're saying. There's just a lot of life.
Yeah,
that's like my cousin that was over. We always talk about hanging out more, but it's hard. Everybody's got their life. You got your stuff going on,
right? You always like, yeah, we'll hang out next week, and then a year and a half passes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Oh yeah, we'll hang out soon, or we'll do lunch, or we'll do this, and then it's like.
But usually, I mean, the weekends when you would have time, that's usually when you're trying to catch up on stuff around the house or whatever, or you got kids stuff going on or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just and
I feel like this last month has just been a blur.
Yeah, it's been busy.
Graduation.
It's been busy.
I think it was like kids graduated, then we had like a week to chill, and then also my sister comes into town, and then this weekend we had our daughter get married.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was busy time.
You were the officiant.
I was. I officiated my first wedding.
Yeah.
I thought it went all right.
It went great. I was listening.
I was listening. I didn't know if I was loud enough.
You were. You projected. Projected. That's the important thing.
Alicia's like, maybe we should look for like a microphone.
Yeah.
Like, maybe.
You did a good job. Even I could hear them too.
Okay.
The bride and groom, which it's debatable. You never know.
Yeah.
But it was quiet enough in the surroundings, So.
Yeah, I was talking to, his name's Leo, we were going Leonardo because I got my son Leo, his dad's name is Leo, and then his grandpa's Leo. So there's all these Leos, right?
Every man in that family is Leo.
Pretty much. And so I was just talking to him, and he was just like, what if I'm not loud enough? I'm like, hey, man, who cares if you are? This is between you guys.
Between you two, yeah.
If you guys aren't loud enough, that's fine, as long as you can hear each other.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even stress it.
And it was a beautiful ceremony. It was beautiful. It really was. She was a beautiful bride. He was a very happy groom.
I know. He was
good-looking couple. The park was gorgeous. Never been to that park before.
It's beautiful,
Arborarium or whatever the hell it's called in Yakima.
The Arborarium.
It's now I understand why they call Yakima the Palm Springs of the Pacific Northwest. It was gorgeous. It really is a beautiful park.
Yeah.
So Yakima, congratulations.
And there's so much of it that you probably didn't even get to see.
Oh, I didn't see any of it. I saw the one little pond that was.
But really, that's
the
coolest one.
It's like so cool. It had an island in it.
Yeah.
With bridges.
Yep.
I mean, that was neat.
Her cousin, or not her cousin, her Thea got married there. Sadi and them. Her name's Juju.
Oh, okay.
She got married there, and so when we went, and that was years and years ago with her now ex-husband, but it was hot as hell that day, to the point where you're like sitting there, and I just remember, and I think I've said this before, but there was a girl in front of me and Alicia that was like, visibly you could see the sweat dripping from her dress.
Oh my gosh!
Like it looked like her ass was just dripping through those chairs.
Wow!
You're like, what? It was. I was pointing it out to her, like, babe, look.
It's hot.
I don't know if weddings get her excited or if it's just really hot out.
It was actually quite cold.
Yeah. But it had a nice little breeze, so it was nice.
Yeah, it never got too hot. Elliot, man, he was not feeling good yesterday.
He wasn't feeling
his shoulder. He must have slept weird because I could feel it. His whole muscle was like popping on that side, you know?
Oh.
But I think the heat too, because he got in the car. Blanca kind of got on him at one point and was like, hey, like, you need to try to do your best for Saudi, okay? And he's like, yeah. We got in the car and he just started crying.
Oh, poor guy.
She's like, you're doing your best? He's like, yeah. And we're like, oh, shit. I think it got pretty hot.
It was warm.
So he slept pretty much all the way back home, and then he went to bed. We got home, and he was just groggy, so he went and laid down. He got up at like 10 o'clock that night. And
you know, it's funny. So after you guys left, you know, they were dancing.
Yeah.
Right? Blanca got the dancing going. Yeah. So, I mean, she kind of did.
She really forced it, and then we're like, bye.
But no, we danced up until like 11.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. No, yeah. It was,
that's awesome.
And so, you know, we all danced. Like, I'd go in there and dance, and I was helping clean. I was as people were dancing, I was like putting away chairs. And stuff. They're like, sit down. I'm like, you don't want me to sit down because
I'll be out.
The tiredness catches up, and then I'll be like, I won't be. Not that I'm not like a nice person.
No, I know what you mean.
I shut down and I get quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. I think I kind of do the same thing.
Because I'll be like,
well, what a cool reception. Like, you know, they bought their first house. So it's like they had it in their backyard, which is just exciting, you know, for them.
And that's how she wanted it.
It was a really nice, really, really nice. I have nothing but compliments for the whole thing. It was...
Yeah, I thought
very, very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they fixed their garage up. You should have seen it prior to them doing that.
He was talking about it. Yeah.
I mean, it was like I went in there when I seen it because Friday we helped him. We got there Friday and I'm looking at his garage. I'm like, oh, you guys painted in here, huh? And Sadia's like, yeah. I go, oh, did you guys do the floors? The floors look different.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, Leo did them, and then he came out and he talked about them and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's cool, man. You guys did a great job. It looks really good in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because before it was just like, not that there was junk, but there was like an old fridge. There was like old workout gear that didn't really work, like a Bowflex style.
Yeah,
something like that.
Gotcha.
Like, there was just stuff. A garage.
Yeah.
You know, whatever, you know.
Right.
But it worked out. It's a nice sized garage.
It is a nice sized garage, yeah.
So, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
And it was just weirdly blended style, you know, because her dad was there.
Yeah,
we were all dancing.
Leo, her dad Leo was worried about Elliot. He gave him some gummy bears to try to make him feel better. It was really nice. So.
Yeah, he tried. He was even with Elena. Elena, I kept telling her, "Mama, you want some more food or anything?" She's like, "No, I'm all right." I'm like, "Well, come outside. It feels nicer out here."
Yeah,
she's like, "I'm okay." I'm like, "All right." So I'd go back and check. You need some water? No, I got my water. I'm like, well, this one's cold here, so I just give her one. And then I was like, "Just come on, let's come outside," because it in the garage was muggy.
It was getting warmer, yeah.
And outside had the nice breeze, and in the shade it felt nice.
It was really
hot.
nice in the shade, yeah.
It was just it just felt nice. It just felt good.
Right.
So as soon as she went outside, she was like, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
She's kind of smirks at me, and she's like, yeah, it feels better. She comes out. She ended up grabbing her stuff and sitting outside. Yeah. And then Leo sees that she's drawn on her lap because, you know, Elena draws. So he got and grabbed her chair or got her table.
Oh, that was nice. So
yeah. He's like,
he's a good guy. I mean,
he's a good guy.
I know you guys had your issues in the beginning, but he's definitely come around. And
we never really had issues though. It was more like, and he had talked about this a few months back. He was just like, and it got brought up yesterday. It was he goes, me and Jaime were all talking, and they were just. I don't know how to take compliments. So it feels weird because they're like, oh, this guy over here, he's a good guy. And I'm like, oh, yeah, whatever. You know, like,
he says,
I don't know what to say.
Punched everybody in the face.
But, you know, Leo's like, you know, at first I was really not hard on him, but I was just like hard. You know, I was kind of like, basically I just kept away. Because I don't know who this guy is.
Right.
Because you know. You always want someone to come in your kids' life. Like you come in and you're good to Elena. Right. You treat her like one of your own kids. You're good to Blanca. Like that's what you want, right?
Right.
So there was, I think that he was just kind of, he wasn't sure.
Is this person going to be here long term?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And then he sees, you know, and he had kind of gave me those the flowers, I guess is what they say. Give him his flowers or whatever they say now. Is that a thing? That's like a term, giving someone their flowers.
I think we've...
giving someone their flowers while they're here.
Like the opposite of deflowering.
Yeah. Deflowering wise.
So you tell them that they mean something to you. That's flowering them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in a sense,
I get it. Okay. Like so flowers at a funeral. Like
yeah, because you don't want to give someone their flowers when it's too late, right? When you're at a funeral talking about like, oh, he was a great guy. I wish I would have told him sooner.
Isn't that kind of the dream though? That we're just dead and everyone's like missing us. That's kind of the dream.
Right? Opposite, he's gone. Thank God.
We all have that fake funeral, you know.
You all hear that sigh of relief at his funeral?
Oh, that would suck.
I'm like, God damn.
You're not actually dead.
I'm a ghost. I'm just like, geez, man.
They should do that. They should do a reality show where people fake their deaths and have like a mock funeral just to see what people say. And they're like, oh my God, thank God.
No one shows like 3 people.
That'd be wild, wouldn't it?
God, that'd be so traumatic to do to someone.
And then they're like, yeah.
Psych, I'm alive.
The suicide rate goes up. You're like, oh. Maybe this is a bad idea for a show.
Who agreed to this? Netflix agreed to this?
Yeah, they probably would. It would be an Australian show.
But it was funny because Jaime was, I think, buzzing a little bit. And he was like, oh, yeah, this guy, he's a good guy. Like, I would marry him if I wasn't married already. Saying some pretty like questionable things, you know. He's joking as guys sometimes joke.
Yeah.
Straight guys are usually the gayest.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
With some alcohol, yes.
They're usually the gay. Yeah. You say the most
gay stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
this is true.
I'd plow him right now, you know? Like you say some crazy shit. And so the kid Leo, he was like looking like, what? And I'm just like laughing because I can feel the awkwardness building. I was like, oh. And then someone needs something. And I was like, oh. And then someone at that same time, Leo needed to go. He's like, oh, hey. And then kind of walked off. Yeah. And then later he tells me about that. He goes, yeah, man, I was just like, what the hell? I don't know this guy. He's talking like this. I see him looking at you, biting his lip. And this.
He'll get it when he's older.
He was obviously he was joking around, but it was funny. But it was it was actually a really good time.
Yeah. Well, it was neat. Blanc and I were talking about that. You and I hanging out, and then now Leo hangs out with us anytime that he's here for the barbecue or whatever. It feels natural again that way too. It doesn't feel forced. It feels comfortable, and it's just once again a testament to it's doable. It's a doable thing when you have a mixed family of any kind. If you're willing to make it work, it can work. And it's so much easier for the kids.
Well, I think it's like our kids, my stepkids and stuff at first, I think they were weirded out by the whole situation.
Yeah.
Even afterwards. But now that their dad's even kind of fallen with it and kind of like, it is what it is. This is family, right?
Exactly. Well, because that's kind of, I'm sure that's sort of the way you guys feel at this point when you're all together. It's just kind of all a family of people, and that's definitely how we all feel with you guys, and it makes it a ton easier. And just looking at the way the wedding worked yesterday with her dad walking her down the aisle and then you being the officiant, you both got to play kind of a dad role, and it really she did it very well. I thought like the thinking through like how would you make that work. Well, that made a lot of sense. That was good.
Yeah, and I don't even know how it got brought up for me to do the officiating officiantness.
Yeah, officiating.
Yeah. But I was just like, I always joke that I would do something like that.
Yeah.
And then when that got brought up, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah.
That's cool.
You don't say no if your kid asks.
Right. You did a great job. It. Great job.
I'm just, I don't know. At first, for me, I was nervous.
Sure. No, I get it. It's impossible not to be.
But like I had told you, I was like, then I just started thinking we do podcasts, right? I don't talk to anybody right now. I just talk to Tom, but obviously thousands of people hear us sometimes.
It was televised.
So I just thought, okay, you know what? This is just like doing a podcast. It's just,
right.
There's just maybe Tom. People looking, but
yeah. That's the only difference. People watched.
Yeah, I didn't look at anyone in the crowd. I'm going to be honest. You'd see me look up, but I wouldn't look at no one.
Just I was cross your eyes.
Yeah. I was looking at my nose.
I got you.
I would just look at them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you're not supposed to look at them.
And then
the group, the crowd.
There's no way I can memorize all that. I'm not.
No.
I'm sure.
Those guys, most officiants, I've never seen an officiant or a priest or minister that doesn't.
I'm just glad I grabbed a folder. I couldn't imagine at first it was just loose.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I think I need a folder.
It all falls. Hold on here.
Oh, I got these
here we go.
backwards.
Here we go. Oh, it's upside down.
But, I just had this, at first, I just had this one page ready.
Yeah.
And then I kind of started looking through my booklet. Because it's pretty official when you sign up, right? It had the whole booklet. I kind of showed you guys a few while back when it...
You can even choose what kind of garb you want to wear.
Yeah. She didn't go for the... I go, hey, what color should I wear? I was thinking this. I send her a text with a priest outfit. Mm-hmm. With the little one collar.
Yeah.
And then it was like a full-on, the black robe looking.
Okay.
Priesty looking outfit.
Oh, wow.
I was like... I was
like
thinking...
old school, like robe down to the ground kind of deal?
You thinking something like that? I was
like the evil guy from Notre Dame?
I was thinking something like this. Would that work? And then I just laughed.
What do you think?
Yeah, she's like, maybe a black suit's fine.
Oh, okay.
Ruined my idea.
You're pissy for a week. I'm not doing it.
But it was pretty funny.
Yeah, your suit was killer, dude.
Yeah,
for $70.
$70 on Amazon.
This guy, I was telling him, he rolled up his sleeves after it was all done. Had your little tie undone a bit.
Oh,
I was like, man, it looked like fucking Conor McGregor over there, ready to fight somebody. Yeah, he looked cool, man. That was no joke. You looked spiffy. You looked good.
Alicia's uncle goes, "You look like a waiter."
Or that. You didn't have a bow tie though.
What did Elena say? Did she? I think
she said kind of the same thing. I think. I didn't think so. I thought you looked very classy.
You look like a valet park.
Yeah,
park cars for a living.
If you had the red vest.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yes. Oh, I thought it was a great looking suit. JJ had a cool little suit on.
Yeah, dude. Amazon. That's some nice suits. I went to the
Do they have a 46 long?
They do.
Really?
They got all that. But it's more like small, medium, large style. But then you can look at the charts or whatever, and it'll let you know. Okay. You might be like big and tall.
Yeah, usually that means it doesn't really fit well.
So I don't know. I wouldn't mind getting an actual fitted suit. Mm-hmm. Something that hugs my curves a little nice.
Yeah.
But I went to the mall to go look for shoes. Mm-hmm. One, they fucking redesigned the whole mall inside. Looks weird. Really? Remember how they had the little by Macy's in the main hall of the mall, they had that water?
Yes.
Gone.
I heard that they were taking that away.
It's all gone. It's all open in there. Very weird.
New floors?
Yeah.
Worth it?
I mean, it's...
Does it look nicer?
It looks nicer on the floor.
Okay.
It looks like the mall still.
But there's nothing special? There's no plants or anything? Just
nothing. I mean, I think eventually they're going to probably do something.
Well, come on, guys.
Because some of those spots where they used to have some, a little feature, that stage.
Yes.
Right now, it's just kind of
under construction.
Yeah. It's kind of coned off right now.
Okay.
Everything else is nice.
Yeah, the thing that pisses me off about water features, they put them in, they never maintain them. They're the office that Blanca worked in when I first met her. They had a water feature that was just turned off all the time. Dude. And it's like, bro, don't put it in.
So where I work, when you first walk up to the building, there's this huge water feature. Yeah. So it's staired. Uh-huh. So water will come up, and then it'll waterfall into the other stair, and then it'll waterfall into the very bottom, and it kind of just cycles through.
Yeah.
And it's big, and it has.
And it works.
It hadn't worked the whole time I've worked there, up until just about maybe 3 weeks ago. Looks like they started working on it.
Maybe seasonally they.
I don't think it. I think it had been off for longer than a season. I think it had not worked for a while.
Oh.
But it's it has this curvature to it. It's very cool looking.
Yeah.
But they got that going, and so
that's cool.
That'll go. And then the other day it was off again. I'm like, what are you guys doing? I don't know if something went wrong when we had a power outage out there in Richland.
Oh yeah.
North Richland, the whole North Richland, I guess the power went out. Someone hit a transformer or something.
Great.
But
don't you love that?
The whole building was just in dark.
You're well, I guess we're going home early.
No, some the whole DOE left.
Yeah.
They went home, telework, because they can't do nothing. Department of Energy, out of energy.
I was going to say, it's kind of ironic, isn't it? The Department of Energy was like, well, what are we going to do? Power's out.
I know. Be like, God damn it, Trump was onto something.
It's funny. They're the nuclear regulators. DOE, it's all about nukes.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Scott Perry, I think. He ran for president a while back. Yeah. Tyler Perry. he he wanted to be president, and then I think in Trump's last term, he was made Secretary of Energy, and he didn't realize it was nukes. He thought it was like oil fields and stuff like that. Okay. So he got the gig and was like, "Oh, it's like nuke shit? Oh, okay." Luckily, the secretaries don't do a lot. They're just kind of
secretary.
There's kind of a face. So like, well, I will find out about that.
Yeah, it's but that water feature was cool.
Yeah, and then the pond you're talking about. I'm a big pond guy. I really,
you would like the pond out there.
Really like a good koi pond.
Big ass fucking lily pads. Yeah. Like I could probably sit on one and rib it.
Because it's grass all around it, right? Like right up to the edge.
It's like this big pond that kind of goes up, and then you can
Does it still have like an upper portion and then the water fall down to the lower?
It does, but I don't think the upper portion works. Okay. There's water, but it doesn't like flow.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like water here.
Because they used to have netting, and they'd have a section that was like all baby fish, and then the big fish would be in another area. But
there's nothing netted.
No, not anymore. They probably have enough fish now. They're like, yeah, if a bird gets it, it's fine.
If a bird gets it, no. If the fucking bird tries to get it, that fish is eating the bird.
They're pretty big now.
There's some big ones in that.
That's crazy.
I was like, God damn, I should take this one to Tom.
I don't have any more room. I really need to.
It'll eat all of them. No.
The size of my pond.
No, there's around that whole pond though. There's like a gravel walk path. So like at lunch, you can go walk out there. There's like picnic table here and there where you can go just sit and.
That's awesome.
Do stuff. So sometimes. For me, I'll go out and I'll walk. Sometimes do a lap.
I'd be like the old stereotypical Japanese man in a 80s movie, just standing there like all feng shui.
Yeah, it's
by the pond.
Something about hearing water.
So relaxing, isn't it?
Oh God, I love it. Like I've gone outside to the front because the water, I could hear it. So I'll just kind of sit there. And if like I'll call Lisa in the mornings or something after the gym or whatever, and I'll talk to her, and then I'll just kind of sit there for a few minutes. And just hear the water running. I'm like, that sounds nice. I gotta go take a piss now.
Yeah, even just the sprinklers sound nice.
So we started watching this show called Stick. It's on Apple TV. Mm-hmm. I think you would like it.
Oh yeah, it's the golf show, right?
Yeah. It's still going on. So I found that out today because that's why I said come at 2:33.
Gotcha.
Because I thought we'd get another episode in, but no, we were caught up. Only had 6 episodes, but it's cool.
Is it Luke Wilson? Owen Wilson who's in it?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant Owen Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Is it kind of like Billy Madison? Is he like a former pro that struggles now is coming back into it kind of a thing?
Well, he's like a former pro. He's like a kid who's kind of a phenom, like has this, you can see that he's like, fucking good.
He's a young Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, but he's got some issues.
Wouldn't that be nice to be that good? There's some people.
Dude, this kid's driving like crazy. 17, he's like
piece of crap.
But it's really cool because they'll do cutscenes and you'll see like the sprinklers shoot on in the very early mornings on the golf course, and something about that is just like
so pretty.
I told Lisa, I was like, oh, this makes me want to go golf.
I tell you,
she's like, good luck
when you see. The Masters, the Augusta Nationals, when they cut away to commercials and they show the azaleas, they always have the pink azalea shots. Mm-hmm. So pretty. Dude. Those are my favorites of the whole year.
And I think one of my favorite looks is when it's foggy and you can kind of see the golf course, but it's just kind of foggy.
Just that early morning mist.
Yeah, it looks cool. Like, so they have a shot like that in the very first episode, I want to say.
Yeah.
But you watch it and you're like, I think I want to go golf now. But it's a cool show. Yeah. It's actually pretty funny. This other show we just finished watching on Max is called The Pit. I don't know if I spoke about that, but it's my sister had told me about it. So I started watching it with Alicia.
I've heard.
And it has the guy from ER, Noah. Yeah,
that's right.
Noah Wiley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the medical show that...
Dude.
I heard it was really good.
It's so good. It is it's so intense. But it's cool the way they do it because it's not... all what you see happening happens within a shift.
Yeah.
It's not tomorrow, the next day. It's like their shift starts at 7 a.m. So from 7 to 8's one episode. 8, like 8 to 9's another. Like that. Yeah. And then like just the chaos that is this ER is crazy. And the stuff they deal with. It's
pretty wild.
And then, there's some internal struggle with some of the other characters, obviously, Yeah. And there's characters you end up hating. There's one girl in there. I'm like, I fucking hate this bitch.
Oh, can't she just get hit by a car or something?
Serious? When's she gonna be in the?
They bring her in. If it's anything like Grey's Anatomy,
it's nothing like Grey's Anatomy because it's not like there's not like that sexual bullshit. Like, oh God,
yeah,
clap, 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 clap in the closet, fucking, you know, like
Grey's Anatomy was pretty dumb. Like every horrible thing that could ever happen, ever, anywhere happened.
This one's pretty gritty.
Yeah, I mean, but that's real.
I'm telling you, if you guys watch it, prepare to see some shit. Mm-hmm. Like, you see a penis, you see a vagina, you see it all.
Of course. I mean,
this kid gets pissed on. Oh my God, it's just crazy. It's a crazy show.
My cousin, she was in, I think at that time it was nursing school, and she was doing like her residency or whatever.
Yeah.
In Baltimore. And they would have the ports in their arm, and she was like inner city Baltimore at whatever hospital they have there. Probably I'm going to call it Boston Memorial. Okay,
Baltimore Memorial.
Yeah, not Boston, Baltimore. I mean,
can you imagine
Baltimorial Hospital? And so they would have like the port like right into their vein, and a lot of the drug addicts would go out and meet their drug dealer, and then shoot up right into their port, and they would come back in all like high, and they're like, oh, great, all right.
Yeah, they talk about fentanyl in this one, like, so you'll see some people like kind of overdosed on it, and they're like, get the Narcan.
How do you know? They're bent over at the waist.
Yeah, you see some. It's a wild show. It's it's really good.
I heard it was really.
I didn't realize, at least in this show, that guy Noah Wiley, I think is his name. Mm-hmm. He's a much better actor than I thought. He was in the show ER
years ago, right?
Yeah, he was hella young. He was with George Clooney. George Clooney was the original McDreamy.
Yeah, the McDreamy before McDreamy.
And I didn't realize George Clooney, that motherfucker, been gray since forever.
Yeah, he's like my dad. He went gray early.
That kid was probably gray in high school, is my guess.
Could have been.
You know what I mean? He's been stressing since high school.
Oh.
Did that just turn on by itself? I have these lights in our
ghost. It's movement.
Yeah, I have like a motion sensitive lights in our laundry room area, and it just turned on.
So we're gonna change the format of the podcast. Oh my God, you guys! The light just turned on. We're gonna see if we get any kind of EMF readings.
I used to have this spirit box on my phone.
Oh yeah, you showed me.
And then I would like it runs through like radio frequencies.
Yeah.
Like, is there any ghosts in here? Speak now. But I think I'd fucking freak out if
it actually did.
Like, let's just. Oh, it's Elena.
Hi, hon.
I thought there was a ghost in here, girl.
Oh, thank God, it's not a ghost.
I was so scared.
I'm afraid of no ghost.
She probably cracked the door open because that thing is sensitive. Like, you'll crack the door and it's like, hey,
nice.
But then sometimes it's not.
It's kind of what you want, right? A sensitive light.
I just got tired. It's like the kids would have to come down, flick the light on, and then if they didn't turn it off, then the light's on.
Yep, we did the same thing, and then I ended up deactivating it because it would turn off every 2 seconds. So
like this one, ready. And then this one, because I can control that one when it turns off or how long. And then I was gonna do one somewhere else, but it didn't work out the way I was hoping.
Okay,
but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's just been a crazy 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
And then 4th of July is coming.
Yeah, it's just one thing after another. 4th of July, then it's going to be Elliot's birthday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then summer's half over. And then, like, man, yeah, it's going to be school. I'll be getting ready for school.
Not for you.
I mean, kind of.
Well, I guess
I'm starting my new job. So I got a lot to kind of put together and figure out before then.
This is Indeed.com, like stuff like that? Or what is it?
Yeah, like, so I have to set up a new classroom. And I need to kind of figure out, because I'm going to be finding, I wouldn't say employment opportunities, because it's not really the kids getting paid, but the students I'll be working with are young adults learning job skills. So they need placements in like with employers that teach them, or that where they can like learn like inventory clean up, those types of things where, they can
like a work-based learning.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. Where hopefully they can hold down a job when they graduate. And
so will you help them like build resumes and that stuff?
Yeah, we'll do some of that too.
Nice, nice.
So a whole bunch of different things. So just figuring out the logistics of some of that.
I feel like those kind of life skills are good for like
everybody. Yeah.
I think schools need to teach, and I think some of them do now, like some kind of like work experience type class.
Well, the crazy thing now, there's basically like AI platforms that go through resumes. So at this point, it's like completely computerized where we almost should just have AI write the
curriculum.
We'll write the resume, like be like, oh, this is what it says. Write me a resume for that.
Oh yeah.
Like, what are your skills? Blah 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 blah. And then it goes blink. There you go. I talked to my AI friend. You're in, girlfriend.
That'd be crazy, huh?
They would do that.
AI is it's crazy. Cool. Like I see some cool things with it. I really do.
Yeah.
I used it. It helped me with my efficient stuff. Because I don't know the first thing about what to say sometimes with some of that stuff.
Sure.
Or what some of the stuff means, and so that kind of really helped. Like, oh, that's what that's called. Oh, that part of the wedding. That's what that is. Oh, okay. And then so AI's cool.
Yeah, it can be helpful. For sure.
I just heard Finley's moving to 4-day school weeks.
I've heard that. I haven't heard it firsthand.
Is that good, you think?
I mean, I'm curious how they're doing it. They would have to extend their school year.
It sounds like they're extending the hours these kids will be in school.
Okay, so longer days.
Yeah.
I think that would be hard for the youngsters. But, I mean,
you're going to school 10 hours.
Yeah. I mean, they get a little tired by 3 o'clock. So, I mean, if they're staying... I'm not sure. I don't know how that would work. Like, I think it'd be great to have an extra day off because you tend to work more than just the 5 days or whatever. So
yeah, I just always wondered, like, is that good for like the school, like for kids to learn or not? Like,
yeah, I mean, you'd think that if they made that move, that's based on some kind of research, because usually you wouldn't be allowed to do something if it weren't research based. But I don't know.
Show me the data.
Yeah, I haven't really. Believe me, in education, that's 100% what it is.
They must be my old boss.
Yeah, it's completely data driven, and it's getting more and more that way, which isn't a bad thing. But you have to have good data sets, and schools haven't always had access to great data sets. It hasn't been it's a lot of buzzwords without a lot of knowing how to do it. So we're getting better at getting to the place where everyone's kind of agreeing on what data should look like and how to use the data. And so it's I don't know. People have been around a long time will always say it's same old crap, different name.
That's probably what it is.
But I'm hopeful that it's not. But
let's do 1 day a week.
But yeah, I don't know. That's it's interesting. I know there's been conversations about year-round school.
So is year-round
year-round school? I think there's more built-in breaks and less long breaks. So like you might have a week off here and there versus 9 weeks off in summer. And the benefit to that historically from what the data has shown is that they say that there's not a backward slide over summer.
Which makes sense because you're retaining.
Right. You don't have as much time to forget things. Yeah. But yeah.
Kids be like, I need a mental health day.
Oh, you hear that a lot. That's a common thing these days.
Yeah, kids, you're in 3rd grade.
Everybody needs a mental health day.
You need to wait.
You know who needed mental health days? Our grandparents who lived through the Depression and World War II, but they didn't get them. So, like,
seriously,
I don't know. Yeah. It's. I mean, I get it. There are times that we need to take care of ourselves, and that's good. But you also have to go to work and school.
How's things been going with you guys?
Good. We are working on turning our little house into an Airbnb. So that's taking up pretty much all of our time, but it'll be good. We are getting our business license for it.
Oh, nice.
We got our name set up.
What's the name?
It is hold on. The Breeze on Highland.
Oh, that's the one I liked.
Yeah.
I didn't know the other one. What was the other word? The Atheist on Highland. The Atheist Hotel. What was it called?
Aether
Aether
House.
I was like, that sounds like that sounds haunted.
So the tricky thing, the word is perfect. The actual word, if you look it up and you look for the meaning that is poetic, it's exactly the word that describes the feeling that Blanca's going for.
Yeah.
The aesthetic. Airy, light, comfortable, all this stuff. The problem is when you look it up, aether can mean the same thing as like ether.
You just got ether.
Ether is used to like murder people. And so there's like the most common use is more for people that like my cousin right away was like, hold on. She had to double check because in her podcast that she listens to, where it's outside of our podcast.
Oh, hell
when
no.
It's other like crime podcasts, a lot of people use ether as a way to like murder their spouse or whatever.
Nas has a song called Ether.
So, it's like that's the more common term, and ether and aether apparently can be. So we're just like, well, as great as I agreed it was like, is it too complicated? If somebody looks it up and don't pay attention, and they're like, oh, ether, well, they're going to be creeped out.
I'm not going to lie. When I saw the name, I was like,
yeah,
I don't know what that means for one. Mm-hmm. But I was like, but it sounds scary, is how I said. So I like the breeze.
Yeah.
Sounds,
I thought it had kind of an upscale sort of like, on Highland, like
it sounds cool.
It makes it sound like almost like it's like a national hotel brand, but like upscale.
I know, and I told Blanca because you guys have the boat.
Yeah,
we have the boat, and when we say boat, we're not talking a big yacht.
You know what a John boat is?
It's a little.
It's a little yacht, a little two-seater.
It's a little wooden fucking.
It's plastic, bro. It's not even wood.
Oh, is it? It's plastic.
It's plastic. Oh, it's got aluminum inside, and like bars, and it's plastic.
Our seats look nicer.
Yeah, our seats do look nicer. Yeah, how many times have you used that boat? One time. Yeah.
I know, and I was like, I told Lisa, maybe, because Blanca asked if I could bring it here.
Did she?
She was just like, do you think you can like park it here or something? I'm like, maybe. Let me talk to Alicia. But Alicia's like, where are we going to put it? I'm like, I could probably fit it over here. Because, like, I don't want to, like, I want the boat, but we don't use the boat.
I know.
We
could sell the boat.
I know. Get all hundreds of dollars back.
I know.
But I was like, you guys can use that as a selling point.
Yeah. Get sued over a boat.
Just be like, hey, you can take the boat out.
It capsized and everyone died. So yeah, we're doing that. That's pretty much my whole life right now. But it's fun. I'm learning to do a few things, like getting off my ass, and I knocked a wall out, and we're gonna reframe a wall. It's nothing major. We're just changing. Originally, you go through the house to get to the staircase that goes up to the attic space. It's like a finished attic space that I use for storage. And I was like, well, I really don't want people up there.
Yeah.
So at first I thought about just putting a door in to block the staircase, but I'd still have to go through the Airbnb if people were there.
How often do you go in there?
Depending. Like all my camping stuff's up there.
Oh, okay.
And like I store like the ice chest like for birthday parties or if people are coming over. There's times for sure. And now I have a lot of my classroom stuff up there. So I'll probably have to go up, and the heating and air, one of the units for that is up there.
Yeah.
Did you
have to put new steps in?
So no. So the staircase, what we did, we are going to frame in the existing opening from the bedroom. So it's just a flat wall. Okay. And then I knocked the wall out on the other side into the shop. So we're using the same staircase. I just took the bottom step because it has an L to it, right? I took that bottom step and I'm going to move it over to the other side. Oh, okay. So now it's closed off to the house, but accessible through the garage area.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Which kind of makes more sense anyway because it's all sort of storage.
Yeah.
In there. So, and I'm putting an exterior door in there. So
fuck with the people while they're in there sleeping, walking.
Like, do you have an attic space? No. Why? Why do you ask? I swear I heard footsteps. Yeah. It's impossible.
Yeah, we don't have it.
Somebody was drinking really hard last night. Oh yeah, that's Bill, our ghost upstairs.
We didn't. That's why we were thinking the Aether house.
Yeah,
he was murdered here.
Yeah, he died of alcoholism.
That'd be crazy though.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing that.
You get all drunk and you're all there. Fucking with them.
Yeah, that might
You get more people to come because they want to experience this ghost.
So there is that. I mean, it's like a haunted experience, but everything in quotes, so that you can't get sued.
You go to the backside, you're banging on the window.
Drunk ghost. That would be the funniest thing ever.
I'll come join you. Drunk ghost and his little friend show up.
I'm a piece of shit.
What is it? Self-deprecating or whatever.
Self-deprecating ghost.
I'm nothing but a loser.
We're living the last night.
I just hate myself.
Lots of bottles clinking around.
Yeah, you just
instead of chains, it's beer bottles.
I ain't nothing but shit. You think you hear something? It's him throwing up.
Oh crap! I threw up on myself. At the end of the night, I shit my pants.
You know, man.
I'd pay for that. I mean, I feel like that would be pretty worthwhile.
I'm sitting there trying to like counsel a ghost.
You're trying to sleep.
You okay? I mean, like, why do you hate yourself? I'm a loser. My kids hate me.
Fucking asshole. Did you look at me? I'll punch you in your fucking mouth.
Why did I do that to Sheila?
Oh man, I tell you. Yeah,
that'd be hella funny.
That'd be fun.
I'd watch that.
That would be Aether House for sure. Mm-hmm. But no, we're the breeze, so it's going to be a nice calming.
I mean, and it's fitting for our area.
Yeah, it's very breezy.
They'd be like, we need to say the windstorm.
Yeah, the hurricane on Highland.
Yeah. Because it gets so windy.
It is. Yeah, and it's been very, very breezy this summer. Every day seems to have some. Today, not so much. I could use a little bit. It's hot as hell right now.
I know. Lucy's like, oh, it's nice. I'm like, I'm sitting here and I'm sweating already.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm okay.
I know, and that's the thing that sucks is like, if I move and I'm outside, I sweat.
Oh, yeah.
So now I'm going to be sawing wood and stuff. And when I say that, I mean electric sawing. But still, I'm going to be sweating. I can tell.
Well, no, because you're going to be by the garage and stuff. It gets hot right there.
It does. What? It does.
When I was doing that, when I was doing the little wood thing for our gazebo,
yeah,
I had my table saw in the back, and it's pretty shaded, usually right there by my garage. I was still sweating like a motherfucker.
I will be.
I was like,
I will tell you though, at the wedding yesterday, I knew I was sweating, but I put on a wife beater underneath my polo shirt. No boob sweat, no fat belly sweat.
Much nicer.
Yeah, I forgot how well they work.
I sometimes like I like a wife beater, but sometimes I don't know.
The name is a little troubling.
Yeah, certain shirts I don't like them because it makes the shirt smell. Like those dry fit style shirts, like the golfer shirts.
Okay.
After what, like the armpits will like get a stench. I don't know.
Oh,
maybe it's just me. Maybe my stinky ass does that.
Those shirts just in general will smell, or those shirts with a wife beater on?
With the wife beater, because my armpits, obviously, getting them wet. So,
gotcha.
I don't know. I still wear a wife beater though.
Yeah, I don't.
I thought I wore a medium, which I do, but like for some reason, the mediums wife beaters I get feel so tight, to the point where I'm uncomfortable. Like it's itchy.
And it like pulls up.
It's just it pulls up, makes me feel more fat. It just sits above my stomach.
It's just right up here. Like it turns into a training bra.
I just might as well have greasy potato fingers.
Yeah.
And just like wiping my boobs and stuff.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, woman, go get me another beer. Fucking
and that's how Billy the Ghost died.
Playing with my belly button with my finger. Picking out lint.
On your front porch.
Hey, get off my lawn.
That's a good look.
I know. Today I was going to just chill, which I'm still going to just not do shit today.
Yeah.
I got to stick to it.
Well, that's good. Cause
I always say I'm going. I always say I'm not going to do nothing. And then I'm like, I'll fire up the lawnmower. I'll just weed a little bit. I'll pull this. And then
I have to fix my lawnmower, by the way.
Why?
It was outside overnight, which shouldn't be a problem. but it got hit by the sprinklers, which I wouldn't think would be a problem, but
Did you short something out?
it won't run now, so I think I need to change out the starter solenoid. I bought a new battery, and now at least you can hear the electrical trying to click, but there's no like turnover sound at all.
Oh, that's weird.
So, and then I tested with ohms. I took my little tester and set it to ohms, because that's, according to the internet, what you do.
Yeah.
And I tested the prongs, and it showed 0.0, and that shows there can be a short in there.
Ooh.
So I probably need to trade that out.
That sucks.
Fucking no, man.
Yeah, I haven't used my riding lawnmower since Father's Day.
Yeah.
Because I used it and then I cut it too short.
Oh, yeah. You can do that for sure.
I let it grow out more. Yeah. And then so since I don't work Thursday, because we get that day off for some reason.
Really, this upcoming Thursday?
Yeah, the 3rd.
Oh, nice.
I'm not complaining.
And you get the 4th. Oh, you get it because you already don't work on.
I don't already work Friday.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Friday, so I'm like, I get a 3-day work week.
Nice.
I was telling Lisa, the only thing that sucks about like my days off, it's not like paid by the company. It comes out of my banked, like PTO.
Yeah.
So I have to use my own. So the PTO or stuff that I accrue, I have to use for a holiday.
So if you're like, nah, I'm coming in, they don't let you. They're just like, it's closed.
It's closed. Like I would have to have like a valid effing reason to be like, no, well, why you need to be here?
Computers.
I don't know. And I can't even say I need to move people because I'm not allowed to even do that.
Yeah, right.
I'll get grieved, what they call it.
Yeah.
They call them the union trades.
The grievance, yeah.
Because I'm not a union employee, and it's not my job.
Right.
Which is still so weird.
Yeah.
So weird to be like, yeah, I could fix it. Yeah, I have the thing to fix it. But it might take me maybe 20 and a half seconds, but I can't. So you got to wait 3 days.
Yeah.
Because someone else needs to plug in that mouse.
Because
you can't do that. I can't do that. I can't plug in a mouse or unplug a mouse and plug something else in. It's crazy.
You can't do that piece of it?
No, that's not my job. It's out of my scope of work. That's taking job from the desktop team or whatever.
Okay. And they're union?
They're union, yeah.
Ah, okay.
And so if I got caught doing that,
right,
I can get in trouble, right? Or grieved or whatever. Like, that's my job. Be like, really? You're going to really want to come all the way the fuck over here?
No, but it's my job.
For a 2-minute fix?
Right.
When you have this other job you could probably be doing.
Yeah, that's a day's work. It's a day's work.
Seriously.
You got to drive across site.
So
get out there.
They're moving a bunch of people from one building to another, right? So the thing with that is, which is crazy, is like you have to put in this support ticket for this one team to disconnect the equipment. Disconnect it. Unplug all the... unplug the computer, unplug the laptop, or unplug all the like USB ports and all that stuff, right? And then once that's all unplugged and like kind of like bundled up, then you have to put in a ticket, and you gotta have the moving side of the house to get the stuff and physically move the equipment to another office, right? Then after that, you gotta get another ticket to get that other team that disconnected everything to fucking reconnect everything. And I'm like, that is stupid. Why don't they just have that same team be able to do all of it? Disconnect, move,
different
connect.
groups.
Takes less than half the time. I can move 5 people by myself in, I don't know, especially with the stuff. I could do that in a few hours, maybe 2, maybe less. Especially, I don't know.
Not what it's about, bro.
I know. I'm like,
it's about
there's some stuff I'm like, I could do this so quick. I'm like, I can't.
Don't you dare touch that mouse.
And I get slapped on the head.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It is what it is. I'm learning.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
It's the Hanford way. Just don't overthink it. Just let it be.
But I'm not, as weird as all that stuff is, I actually enjoy.
That's good.
Where I'm at, so.
That's good. I mean, hey.
I remember years ago when you switched jobs and you talked about how the stress kind of was gone.
Yeah.
From your previous, because you were like kind of stressed out with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you moved into where you're at, where you were as a first grade teacher. Once I made my switch, I totally understood it.
Yeah.
It's like maybe the job's not as fun, but there's just not this level of stress. I just have PTSD, I think, from my previous job. Mm-hmm. I hate trying to call in because I get nervous. Like, I'm going to be in trouble. Oh, shit. You know? But my boss, she's hella cool. She's like, okay. Mm-hmm. All right, thanks for the heads up.
Yeah.
She's not like...
I'm very disappointed.
Or she's very... I feel like her managerial style is very similar to how I was.
Okay.
You know, as a manager.
Like
as long as you're doing your shit, I don't give a fuck. If you're going to call in, you can call in. Just let me know. Mm-hmm. If something changes throughout the day, just let me know, man. That's all I care about. Just let me know what you're doing or where you're at. Mm-hmm. What you do in between, as long as you're doing your job, I don't get complaints. You know what? I'm cool with that.
Right.
And so, I did get some kudos from someone because I was supporting, like, we had an orientation. I was kind of helping them out.
Yeah.
Because that's part of my job is to kind of, like, make sure that meeting runs really well.
Yeah.
And I just kept going. You know, I stayed in for the orientation a little bit, and I'd come and check, you know, throughout the time. It was like 4 hours. And the lady ended up giving me, like, a service, like, something. I forget.
Nice.
So, yeah, to recognize, hey, I just want to recognize this guy because he helped.
Yeah.
And then my boss sends me like, hey, good job, you know, whatever. And I was like, oh, that's cool. It makes you feel good. Like, oh, okay.
For sure. Very nice.
I didn't do shit. But okay.
I'm proud of you, bro. That's nice.
All I did was like, yeah, I can start this meeting. Click, click, click.
Yeah.
Oh, everything looks good. I kept, you know, I had the meeting on my work phone. Like, okay, everything sounds good. Okay.
Nice.
And then it'd be like, okay, oh, shit. Like one meetings I was doing that, and then I go upstairs, I go do something. Or no, I'm in the meeting. And then I kind of like moved the headphone that I was wearing kind of to the side, and I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden I'm like listening. I'm like, oh fuck! And I seen that they're holding their, because we have wireless mics, and they're talking, and they're like blah blah blah, and I see this blinking light from where I'm sitting. I'm like, oh, what is that? I've never seen that. And my colorblind is that red or is it green? I don't know. And then all of a sudden it's like they're talking, then all of a sudden it's just cool. It's like you hear them, but they're like over here, or we're talking like this.
So without the mic.
Yeah, without the mic on. I was like, fuck. So
the
then
batteries died.
Yeah, which they die. They don't die that often, but usually I fucked up. Usually I'll change them out right away.
Gotcha.
Like I don't care how long those batteries been in there. I usually will change them out. It could be they've used it for an hour with fresh batteries.
Yeah.
Well, a week or two later, if they have to use that for another meeting, I'll switch batteries out right there.
Sure.
So I'm like recycling. I'm probably throwing away good batteries, which kills me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, I could use this in my remote.
Yeah.
My remotes are dying over here. So I'm just throwing.
I can't afford these.
The word I've been hearing a lot lately, willy nilly, just throwing this shit all willy nilly.
You've been hearing that a lot, huh?
Yeah, Alicia said it the other day.
Huh.
And I was like, she was telling about, I forgot who she was talking about, but they said, yeah, they were talking to me, and they said, blah, 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 willy-nilly, and this and that. Then I go, they said willy-nilly?
So it's a white person thing, because that's a very common...
I was like, willy-nilly? She goes, well, they didn't say that. I said, I just paraphrased, and I used it. I'm like, that's a weird word. Well, actually, I know about it.
Right.
We're watching this stick show, and so the kid that's... a phenom. He's Hispanic. He's kind of a mix. He's like me, white and Hispanic. His mom's all Hispanic, but she uses the word. And then I looked at Alicia, and I'm like, God, that must be a Mexican thing. Willy nilly. It's all willy nilly.
There was a funny clip in I'm sure you know exactly what I'm gonna say. Supernatural. There's a scene. That's probably kind of like that, where you're like, the character doesn't quite match up to the words. And it's when Dean and Sam meet the girl that's going to get, like, eaten by the werewolves. She's, like, Hispanic. I think it's the Hellhound.
Yeah, she's working on the farm.
The Hellhound's going to get her.
She's so cute.
She's a cute girl.
She's a woman.
The line, woman, let's be clear. But the line that she says, she's drinking, she's like, I just want to listen to some sick tunes and
have some sex.
Yeah,
all right?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Because she's trying to come on to Dean, and he's like, nah. Like,
Dean's like, nah, I'm good.
He's thinking that he can save her, and she's having a good time listening to some sick tunes. I'm like,
yeah.
It made me laugh out loud.
Yeah. She says something. That part makes me laugh every time too, because she'll say that. And
she is super serious too. Super serious.
She's like sitting there dancing by herself.
Yeah, drinking.
Yeah, she says
I just
something
want to
about
listen to some sick tunes and have some good D,
good sex or something. And I was like, I think she said something like that.
Yeah, she did.
It's something just like no one actually would say.
Yeah. The line was not quite.
So there's a line in this is in a, God, was it Jason X or Jason Goes to Space or something like that? It was one of those movies.
Sure.
Well, he's in this like virtual reality like scenario, and there's these girls camping, and they see him walk into him, and they're like, "Hey, hot stuff, do you want to hang out and have some premarital sex?" And I was like, what the hell? Next scene, they're zipped up in a sleeping bag, and he's slamming them against the tree.
So just... Was it funny? Like, did they mean
it was hilarious.
Did they mean it to be funny? Like,
I think so, because it was
kind of playing
so
on the
funny.
tropes of the genre.
It was so funny because Jason thinking it's real, right?
Yeah.
Because it's this virtual setting, and the way they said that, I remember I laughed hella hard. Like, that is so stupid. And then the next scene literally was him. They're in the sleeping bag, and he's just like
all three of them in one sleeping
just
bag.
one of them's in there, and he's like banging it against the tree, and I was like, oh my God.
That's what you get, you whores.
It was so funny. Oh, I cracked up.
Oh, that's
I enjoyed that. Not them getting killed, but
Well,
I'm all explaining myself. I enjoyed watching murder.
Not the murder part.
It was fun.
The humor of it.
The humor of it was. Oh God, I laughed. I was so stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that is the dumbest thing, but I love it.
But I mean, like, sometimes stupid for the right reason is hysterical. Like, if it's done right.
Yeah, I've been actually watching a lot of Supernatural. They came out across like my feed.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be like bloopers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, some of those bloopers are. It makes me wonder, like, they must have had to take so many retakes.
Oh, probably. Well, because they would fuck around with each other.
It was
like, there are some scenes. Can you imagine being the guy who's like the business guy? You're like, all right, we got like an hour left on set today. We're like, our budget's down because we're fucking around. And then they're slapping each other in the nuts. And you're like,
yeah, because they do that in the bloopers.
Yeah, a lot.
And you'll see one of the bloopers. He's like, "Why stop looking at me like that?" Because you see the back head. You see the back of the guy's head, and like it'll be like Cass talking to Dean or someone, and then he's like, you'll see him like break character, like, "I can't, this guy." Dean's like, "What? I'm not looking at you like anything." But what was it? I was watching this interview with Jensen Ackles, or Dean's character, because he has a new show on Amazon, and they were talking to him, and they brought up The Boys since he's on that, and that's also made by the creator of Supernatural, Eric Kripke,
right?
And so he loves working with people he's worked with before, and especially people he's like, oh, I love working with these guys.
Yeah.
So apparently, this new season of Boys, the final season that's coming up, Sam and Cass are going to be on it as well.
Oh wow! Okay.
So Dean had to explain to him, like, "Okay, boys, this isn't our house. We can't be the way we were on Supernatural," because he made it in a way saying, like, that's kind of our house we built, and we can kind of like play around.
This isn't our thing.
This isn't our house.
This is somebody else's thing, and we're here now.
Yeah. Because they like to joke around, and fuck around with each other. Yeah. So it'll be interesting because it's The Boys. So I'm going to be very interesting to see how that goes
and what their characters are going to be.
Because one of the characters that's in his name's Jack in Supernatural in the later seasons. He wasn't in The Boys. He was in Z or something like that. It's like an offshoot of The Boys, but same creator and all that.
Right? Yeah.
And one of his characters is completely opposite. You got this guy who plays like a Nephilim / angel / he's created by like human and the devil kind of thing. He's a birth, he's a child of that. Good kid and stuff. But in The Boys, it's like, you're like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Not good.
It's The Boys, it's like, it's
It's gonna shock you one way or
Yeah.
another.
Oh yeah. I want to say he was like small and he jumps on someone's penis, or I don't know. It's crazy.
Wait, is it the scene that I've seen where he he was tickling things and then sneezed and he grew and the guy exploded?
I don't know if it's that one or not, but it's similar to something like
that. It's like, oh my God.
That was bad. Yeah. But it was a scene similar to something weird, crazy. It's just that dirty, you know? Where it's like, this is how it would be.
Which is so true. Corporate America and that level of power in one human would completely be corruptive. There's no way
they'd be good.
We would get good guys out of it. Superman, Batman, all these guys would be horrible.
They would be going to these other countries that we're trying to like help out.
Yeah.
And we would just be dicks.
I mean, if you
we're
look,
already dicks.
The Boys is completely a commentary on the political financial system that we live in.
Yeah.
And like, right.
They exploit things.
Like if superheroes are real, The Boys is completely the way it would go.
Oh yeah.
And
it's terrible.
It's sad. Yeah.
It's so funny.
But also hysterical. So yeah, there's going to be a new show, Welcome to Derry, that I'm looking forward to.
Oh, is that on Max? King?
Yeah, it's like a prequel to the It kind of deal, and I guess Bill Skarsgård, if I'm not mistaken, because I've seen some promos for it that look pretty real. I'm always cautious now because there's all the fakes everywhere.
That stuff drives me.
But yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes. But it seems legit. I think it was actually on Max that I watched it. And Bill Skarsgård's back as the It character. But it goes back to like the 60s or something.
He's such a good actor.
He's great. And I will say that the second movie was not my favorite.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault. He did a fantastic job. His scenes are great. It's the CGI shit that
I just feel like
did.
they shouldn't have had a second one.
They did too many. They could have done it. I just feel like the jump scares that they did were too predictable.
The apartment scene ruined it for me.
Yeah. Everything that worked in the first one, they tried again, and it was just too much. So I would like to see a remake.
Yeah.
And yeah, like there's no reason. The gal was creepy as shit when she was just a naked old lady doing weird walks across the kitchen, and then she comes out as a giant cartoon ogre.
How naked old lady is already creepy.
Yeah, and like you can barely see her. It's dark. Like there was an eeriness to that.
Yeah.
The first movie when like it wasn't CGI, it was just an actor, and she's on the floor and she starts saying creepy shit as she's picking up the cup, and then she looks up and she's like rotting almost. Terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying as a kid. This shit. I mean, it's like a cartoon. It's like it's
the old lady's all caked up, got big old booty.
Scary. Yeah, her boobs are flopping everywhere. You're like, Jesus. Now I'm just grossed out.
Her flapjacks.
That's crazy, man. Like, yeah, there were just a few things where it's like, that's not scary.
Yeah.
And you know that they're going to do it, and it's like, man, I feel like you could very easily recut that movie.
You could probably just take that part out.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Like do a reshoot for that one scene in the apartment, because I think that, you know, it's a pretty iconic scene.
What about, wasn't he a giant crab at the end or something?
So that actually is from the story.
Is he a crab or something?
He's a spider.
I know he's a spider, but he felt crabby to me.
Also,
did he have pinchers?
He might have.
I don't remember now.
I kind of don't remember either. But I know it's the something of Chud, right? And there's the turtle.
Oh, okay.
Right? And the turtle and it fought from like prehistoric times and blah, blah, blah. It's from the book because I did read the book.
So that's kind of cool.
There's a lot of pieces that they did do a great job because like in the old ones, there's really none of that house on Neibolt Street stuff, the creepy old house. That's very much in the book. Still different. I still think the book had creepier elements to it. But like I really liked in the second one, the scene that they showed, and what I hate is when they showed like one of the creepiest things.
Yeah.
Where he's like the little girl's following the light bug, and then his hands come out and pull in. That was creepy. But then it's just like there was too much of the CGI. Like there's that scene where he's like, "Don't run away from me. Where are you?" And his face starts melting. It's like unnecessary.
Yeah. Like CGI does ruin a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like it's just not worth it in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
No, I agree.
There's sometimes I get CGI, but even like action-y movies, when you can really tell that it's CGI, it just pisses me off. And like, you just were going cheap.
Yeah.
It wasn't that you even had to make it CGI. You just wanted to do it in the cheapest way possible.
That's how I felt about the Matrix movies. Like the first Matrix to me is
Great.
it's one of my all-time favorite movies ever.
How shitty did his cloak look in the second one when he jumped up and was like spinning around fighting?
That was annoying.
It looked horrible, right?
The second and third one I hated.
Yeah.
I didn't hate, but like I'll watch.
No,
it,
I know what you mean.
The first one though, that's the one I can still to this day rewatch.
Yeah, it's
a
great.
million times because I just love it. Mm-hmm. They did a great job.
Yeah.
Then they got a little extra money and they like, let's CGI him and him fly off and do stuff. And I'm like, that looks so dumb.
And it looked horrible because the technology wasn't there. And I get the technology can be there, but like I said, like action movies almost make me more angry because it's like you're being fooled. Like there's times that we were just watching a movie the other day where like it was clear that they kind of cut a background into an actor doing something. And I just felt cheated, sort of. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm not stupid. I know what you did. And it just makes me feel almost angry. Like, you know.
What is this shit?
What is this garbage? But anyway.
Yeah, I hate CGI.
I get it. And there's like, if it's a supernaturally kind of thing, like.
Or like, there's a certain like race movies or something where they're using cars, like they have to CGI certain, because obviously someone you can't watch someone fucking let's really wreck.
That's why I honestly never could get into the
Fast and Furious.
Well, that's one.
Some of those are funny because they're so.
But the the Megatron and all that.
That's kind of cool. Some of those are good.
And I'm not saying they're not.
Some of them.
I know I'm in a minority.
Nah, there's other people who are Transformer fans that didn't really like those movies.
It's too much. Michael Bay tends to do a lot of like big over the top.
The good ones are actually it's called Bumblebee, because that's not a Michael Bay movie.
Okay,
so it doesn't really do the crazy pan fucking swooping around like crazy like shots like that. It's cool because you see Bumblebee, you see these robots, but they're like, it's just really well done. And then the latest one, Beast something, Rise of the Beast, that one was actually really good. Those two to me were top tier. Better. They were to me the best ones.
Gotcha.
The first one was good because it's to me the first one
starts it, yeah.
But like the Bumblebee and that one to me were way up here compared to those other ones, just because it didn't have that like Michael Bay annoys me. Like I was watching one of his was it Bad Boys or something, and he does a scene it's just so pointless. He loved his drone shots.
Yes.
Coming down the building.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't a Bad Boys. I don't think it was like that ambulance movie, right?
Yeah, wasn't that a Michael Bay movie?
Yeah, it was. And I know you could tell he got a drone. And that was going to be the thing. Yeah, it goes down the side of a building, and then it gets flying backwards, goes underneath the ambulance, and then up in front. And you're like,
bro, I'm getting motion sickness.
Who gives a shit? Like, this is not even establishing the scene. So he's usually like the establishing shots are usually to get you to feel like where you're at and to set up what's going on.
Yeah, I thought someone's jumping off a roof.
Yeah, and like that building had nothing to do with it. I don't know. Yeah, there's just a point where it's like, why?
Yeah. I don't like them.
Maybe it's experimental and someday it's going to be great. And you're like, oh, that's what he was doing.
He's so amazing.
He's the father of innovation, but I don't know.
His movies are
it's a little much. It's a little much.
His action movies like Bad Boys, some of those are pretty cool just because some of the explosions are pretty cool.
Sure.
Do you know does John Woo still make movies?
That I don't know.
You remember him? He always
a little bit.
His thing was, I swear, doves would fly out of shit. An explosion, and all of a sudden doves would be just fucking
the back.
Like, where did these come from? We're in the ocean, man.
It's peaceful, man. It's peaceful. The dove cannons.
That's what it's saying.
Yeah.
Called the doves in.
Huh.
You're like, what are we doing
John
here?
Says more doves. More doves.
Instead of more cowboy. More doves.
One thing's going to make this movie better. It's more doves.
Not more pigeons. They're not pigeons. They're doves. What's it? Theo Von said pigeons. If you ever want to know what a smoker's lung looks like, look at a pigeon.
Look at a pigeon. Because the healthy lung is like the white dove.
It's the dove.
The pigeons.
Because some pigeons, they just look like they're hiding something, or they got like something under their trench coat. I don't know. He said some crazy. Anyway, well, I don't got nothing else.
Me either. I don't think we're doing another one until after 4th of July. So
yeah,
are we
going out of town or something? Or
no, we're staying.
Okay, yeah,
but it's on Friday, right? 4th of July is Friday.
Friday. Well, so we'll be here Sunday.
So yeah, we will, but it'll be after 4th of July.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking to you
Sunday's
guys.
coming up.
Yeah. So we'll be talking to you guys after 4th of July. So have a great 4th.
Yeah.
Celebrate America.
I think I'm going to do softball tomorrow. I don't know. I hit my first in-park home run a few weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
And then last week, I was like, Nick's like, you're going to lead off. I'm like, okay. And I did pretty good.
Nice.
I was probably like 11 for 12 or 10 for 11 or something like that. I only didn't get on base once.
Good work.
Some of the hits...
questionable, but
to the pitcher, rollers to the pitcher. Somehow I got on first.
Nice.
It don't matter.
You ran.
Even the ump was like, "You're gonna hit it more than 10 feet."
Like, shut up.
Fuck you.
Yeah. You guys have actual umpires?
Yeah. No, they gotta call balls and strikes.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty official.
Yeah, because there's certain pitches that are either they're too low or they hit the plate or they're like too high.
This is like an official league.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, it's our men's league. We're not like gonna win a trophy or nothing. We're not like super competitive.
Sure? You don't have a pizza party afterwards, and
oh yeah, we do. We have ice cream. We have ice cream party.
Nice.
Us and the guys.
Nice ice cream and beer.
There's beer all the fucking time. They're always drinking.
Nice.
But our team, pretty like we're pretty good.
Okay.
We beat some team 33-6.
Yeah. Nice.
I think we finished our first half of the season 10-1, or not 10-1, 9-1. I think it was.
Cool.
So, because I think it was 10 games, and this second half's another 10 games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, we're pretty competitive,
bro.
For being a bunch of. We just all been playing together for some of us 8 years, some of us longer.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We've been in it for a minute. You think? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna announce.
All right. Well, guys. Have a good week. We'll see you next time.
I just really blended.
Bye.
I'm Daddy's nuts.